Hello, coaches. A quick analysis of Stjarnan because we won't be meeting until tomorrow. So I wanted to give you what I see with Stjarnan with their attacking patterns, so we can maybe be aware of that for the training tomorrow. So this is the most likely setup. Gummi was not playing last game, but if he's healthy, he will always play. Last game they had Jói here as a midfielder. He was dropping in the backline to defend in a 4-4-2, and that left them really vulnerable at the backline. So based on if they evaluate last game, they will put Gummi in or Kelsen here. But this might also be an option for them, we will see. Heiðar Ægir is a passive right back, Danni Finns, you will see it in the video, left-footed guy. He creates most threats for them, and Birnir 1-against-1, with both 1-against-1 or in-swing crosses. Emil, really good header, will stay a lot on the far post. Örvar is a winger, so he always stays between our left back and center back. And then usually they build up with Sindri, goalkeeper, right back, and maybe the left back, sometimes deep, sometimes high. So the analysis is on this team based on the last game. Their goal kicks, you will see here. 4 with the keeper, so right back, center back, keeper, and left back goes high. Usually 1 or 2 midfielders really deep. Warren is floating around in this space here, and then they put 4 up here. You will see here, Sindri always starts with the ball, might play Árni, or he might play to a midfielder, like you see here. He is the guy we would want on the ball if we want someone on the ball in this team. Both the fullbacks, they're not the best on the ball. So it looks something like this. Sindri, keeper, right back or center back can be Gummi, left back high, midfielders around here, and then 4 up. So they try to be an overload higher up. I don't know the best solution for this. Do we go man v man? So if we go man v man, press the keeper, they are somewhere in overload. Or do we, maybe my suggestion is to press with the far. Striker on the keeper, allow the ball to go here, just show him the way and then press from there. Why? Because then if we are high up, he will make some good passes, or they are good with the third man combination. But they're a good team to build. They try to build up a lot, and they stretch a lot. So yeah, either we allow him to get the ball and go from there, or we just go man v man. So attacking patterns. Goalkeeper with ball in the first phase. You will see Árni, he will try to explode those spaces. If he has space and time on the ball, he can kick very far and very accurate. Heiðar, if he is on the ball, the right back, most what he tries to do is to explode these spaces. Danni tries to create it for Örvar to run into. And of course, what we need to improve from last game is the lateral movements, especially maybe the starting positions. So if the press is good here, Mattia should be, more on the left side of Örvar to be ahead of him here. And if he's in a good starting position, he might not even ask for the ball. But if this gap's open, the ball will come here for sure. Danni on the ball, if he gets the ball, he might drop really low. He tries those switches to Birnir, 1-against-1 or behind. So we need Alex, Tomke, Bjarki to shift well over, hopefully to close his left foot. One suggestion we could do to be aware of, if our press is not working, we're creating a lot of chances, is to shift the front two to the left. So we create almost like a 3 midfielders here, and then you could say it's a 4-3-3. This is what we did last year with Omar. He played against Gummi. He was a right centre back and drifted out wide as a right back. So Omar drifted with him to catch him. He was always behind him. And then the striker came down. Bjarki was always here. And then hopefully he would commit, and then we would be in overload. So the strikers on the left side would be more on the left. And then a pressing trigger would be if they play back, and then we go to from there to high press, which we have improved a lot on, going from low block, mid block, leaving them offside and going to high press from there. Sindri, if he's on the ball, he will try to be really smart. He will fake, he's like tries to be Busquets. Looks like he's gonna play to him. He will play here, he will play here. Otherwise, if you leave him alone, he doesn't do anything. He just plays to the side and sometimes runs up into the midfield. He might try those diagonal balls. So we must close them, be compact. Örvar on the left. Most likely on the left, what they try to do is to play around with Warren drifting out wide, or Birnir 1 against 1 and then Warren running in behind. So if we press Örvar, I would suggest that the near striker takes the near midfielder, so it allows our midfield to move over to match them here. And then of course we don't always have to go full on, but when they play back, I suggest that we push up fast, early, leave them offside, and then we press from there. Even if they play to the keeper here, we continue the press and go more man v man or in our zone from compactness. Here you can see them 4 midfielders here, and then Emil sometimes as a false 9. Birnir, Warren, Örvar, who was playing a right midfielder when they were defending, and Danne Finns. And this is why the transition was not realistic from their attacking patterns to defending patterns. That's why they were so vulnerable against Breiðablik and conceded 3 goals really easily. Danne goes high a lot. Örvar. He's basically just gonna help us to be compact. And from here, you will see the 4 again. Örvar might run into this position to open up for Birnir, and then trying to go behind. Here you will see Árni on the ball, and he will do this even lower. Sindri will try those balls for sure if it's available. And from here, Heiðar, if he gets the ball, you will see here the back line of Breiðablik, left back, getting dragged high because of Danny wanting the ball really deep, and then Örvar in those runs behind. Again, you will see it again here. He's on the ball here, Örvar making those run, left back right winger Danny dragging Breiðablik's left back out of position, and then behind. Here Breiðablik shifts really early to the side, and they close the gaps really well. Midfielder dropping sometimes in the back line to create a back four. And then Danny here, he did change his position with Heiðar sometimes, and then this is his preferred behavior. From both sides, with Birnir and Danni Finns, Emil Atla and Örvar, and on the other side will be on the far post. Örvar jumps really high, so this is maybe something we need to train a little bit or go over a little bit. Here, Danni on the ball, backline of Breiðablik. He doesn't have help here, the left back of Breiðablik, so he can easily choose those passes, diagonal or behind. Again, but this is also in 2-0 after 24 minutes, so Stjarnan is a little bit, taking risks here, push many players forward.